Alright, back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. Today, breakdown prediction for Regis, Prograis, Super WBA, Junior Welterweight, 140-pound title holder, and also the WBC mandatory or interim title holder, I believe it is. If you wonder why you see the WBC around his chest, and Josh Taylor, the IBF junior welterweight title holder of the world. It's a unification bout. The other unified champion is Jose Ramirez. He has the WBO and the actual WBC title. Let's talk about the fight. Let's size up the competition. Regis Prograis is 24-0, no draws, 20 big knockouts. He's 5'8", 6'7". A lot of people shocked. He's 30 years old. He'll be 31 next January. He's a southpaw. 67-inch reach, 5'8". He's fighting out of New Orleans, but he's from New Orleans, but he's fighting out of Houston after Hurricane Katrina. And his notable wins is stoppage over Relic, unanimous decision over Terry Flanagan, and other than that, he beat Julius Ndongo by knockout after he lost to Terrence Crawford. But other than that, resume real light. But hey, it is what it is. He here now. Josh Taylor, 15-0, no draws, 12 knockouts. He turned professional in 2015, so he's been pro for 4 years. Regis Prograis, let me tell you that he's been pro since 2012, so 7 years for him. Taylor's 5'10", 69.5-inch reach, 2.5-inch reach advantage, 2-inch height advantage. And other than that, his notable wins over Ivan Barashnik, who he won the title from, Victor Postol, first man to stop Miguel Vasquez. Even Canelo didn't do that. And his famous fight over O'Hare Davies, making him quit, which right now don't look too good because O'Hare Davies ain't really that good of a fighter. But talk about the strengths of these fighters. Start off with Regis Prograis. Speed, power, head movement. Those is 3 attributes, and you know, at the end of the day, he good body puncher too. You know, he can counter punch. I think that's a little bit underrated attribute in boxing. He ain't afraid to punch with you. He got a real nice little solid jab. He move his head. He feint really well. He try to get you out of position, and he move his hands. You know, he may not throw 3, 4, 5, 6 punches, but he a real accurate puncher. He throw the land. He got a lot of power. At least versus the opposition that he's fought, he's been able to basically knock almost everybody out except for four fighters. Like I said, real fast. Good counter puncher. Good head mover. I think his head movement is a gift and a curse as well. Got really good feints, and you know, he's smart. You know if he hurts you to the body, you know he gonna go back to the body. You know what I'm saying? He hurts you to the head, he gonna go back to the head. And he a southpaw as well too. And you know, he might not be known as having one of the best jabs in boxing, but he utilizes it, you know. And when he kind of, you know, need to reset himself, or he need to kind of get back in the rhythm, you know, and when in doubt, jab. It's kind of the old Larry Holmes rule. When in doubt, jab. And he will jab. It ain't the best jab, it ain't the most beautiful jab in the world, but it's a jab that, you know, it's a jab that get him through. But yeah, he a good puncher. You know, that's one thing I can say about him. You know, you got speed and power. That's the recipe. That's some ingredients for a recipe that can be great. Especially if you able to move your head, got good defense, and you got a chin, which we don't know if he got a chin like that or not. But that's him. Josh Taylor. First thing you look at is his switch hitting. They list him as a southpaw, but he go righty, lefty. He got a big lead right hand. He got a big right hand in general. He got good speed as well too. I'm not sure if he faster than Regis Prograis. Obviously got a height reach advantage. Good body puncher as well. Real smart fighter. Superior foot movement in this fight. I think that's gonna have to be his thing, is using his feet to get in and out of range. Good boxer, tough guy, come behind the high guard, you know, and he's pretty much, I won't say perfected it, but he's pretty much comfortable in his switching. And he can go righty, he go lefty. I'm very interested to see how he approaches Regis Prograis in this fight. But got a good right hook. You know, he got a lot of good punches. He got punching power too. And he know how to use his height and his range. And one thing I can say about him, only being pro 4 years and Regis being pro 7, he battle tested. He got better experience in the ring than Regis Prograis. He's been through adversity, you know, versus Vasquez, versus Davies, versus Victor Postol, you know, even versus Ivan Barashnik, who I felt had an unfair advantage in that fight, and I'll leave it at that. He had more experiences, and he's been on the fast track, and I think he's a more battle-tested fighter. I think we know more about his durability on the chin than Regis Prograis. And I don't mean Prograis don't got the chin, it's just that I find it harder to believe a guy that's 30 years old, been pro for 7 years, has the resume that's so light. You know, but in boxing, it's more politics about what you know, who you know about than anything else. But with Taylor, you know, power puncher in both hands. He got the superior jab in this fight. He got superior footwork in this fight. I think he had a speed disadvantage, but that's it. But to talk about Taylor's weaknesses, he don't really move his head. That's the problem. I think if he got with an American trainer or got American assistants to work on head movement, and he move his head, you know, but he ain't really slick with it. You know what I'm saying? I think he got the footwork, but if he can master the upper body movement and move at the waist some more, I think that can help. But, you know, he put the high guard up a ton. That's his defense and his foot movement. He moved his head a little bit, but I think he can work on his upper body head movement a lot more. Other than that, with him, you know, sometimes he too tough for his own will. He kind of got that Crawford in him where you hit Crawford and Crawford feel like he got to hit you 2 or 3 times. And that's Josh Taylor. He a real game dog. And he's one of those fighters that we talk about. They got a lot of confidence that if you chip that guy, they usually got a lot of confidence. You chip his confidence, you usually can shatter it. And he's one of those guys that's very, real confident. But the difference, and I'll talk about Regis, what the difference is, but the difference is he's been through adversity and he's still confident. He might be at a speed disadvantage in this fight, but he got good timing as well. I feel like Regis got good timing as well. But other than that, just I think he get hit a little bit too much. You know, I think he move his head a little bit more. But other than that, you know, that's him. You know, Regis Prograis, experience. He ain't fought nobody. He said he ain't had a close fight. He said in boxing scene today, they might have posted it late last night. He ain't had a tough fight yet. And you ain't fought nobody. That's the problem. You fought Relic a good fighter. Flanagan, he came off a loss to Maurice Hooker. He a 35-pounder. The Velasco fight, he didn't look particularly well. But, you know, he's going around saying he ain't had a tough fight. Yeah, you 30 years old and you've been pro for 7 years and you couldn't find that fight. I think that's a weakness. Lack of experience. Lack of fighting a puncher. All the guys he fought can't punch. You know, and they ain't 140-pounders. So he been physically bigger and stronger than a lot of guys that he fought. You know, you don't know about his jaw. Can he take a punch? Yeah, he moved his head well. Yeah, it's easy to move your head versus the competition he fought. What happens when you find somebody that can find you, that can hit you and not get hit? What happens when you fight a guy that got the reach and that can move like Josh Taylor? So, inexperience and lack of experiences in the ring is my biggest concern about Regis Prograis, because then you don't know about his jaw. You don't know, you know, if he can take it to the body. And another thing about him, he fight at a pace. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of his opponents, they get afraid by the power and they let him fight at a pace and they let him walk on the back foot, walk around the ring, control the pace. What happened when somebody speed him up? Can he go a hard 12? He never had been a hard 12 in his career. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at the end of the day, when you ain't been to a hard 12, and I'm not sure if he been 12 once, I believe. You know, when you ain't been a hard 12, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, it's a lot we don't know about because he ain't fought nobody. He may have a jaw. He may be a dog. He may be a very confident guy. He another high confident guy. What happened when somebody create doubt and they chip the confidence? Usually with most guys, they shatter. He might be a game dog and jump in, but once again, he ain't fought nobody. And that's my biggest problem with him. He ain't fought nobody. He said I barely lost rounds. That's because you ain't fought nobody. That's my biggest concern. He like He like a fine Instagram model. She look good on the gram. She got the eyes, she got the face, the lips, the titties. She got the booty, she got the thighs, the hips, the legs, the toes be done, the fingernails be done. But guess what? When you get her home, you find out she ain't the most beautifulest person on the inside, or she can't cook, or she can't clean, or she's sleeping on the floor. So is Regis Prograis gonna be an Instagram thought, or is he gonna be, the woman that somebody dreams that, as good as he is on the outside, he really that dog on the inside. So it should be very, very interesting. But other than that, man, and I think his head movement is a little exaggerated. And I think you can feint him and put him in positions and catch him, exaggerating his head movement. A lot of his opponents ain't been able to take advantage of it. But I think I think his head movement just sometimes exaggerate too much. And I think you can catch him and get him out of position. But it works for him versus the level of opposition now. Talking about Regis Prograis, what he need to do to win? His fight is fight. You know what I'm saying? Make Josh Taylor come to him. You know what I'm saying? Hit him a couple times to the body and to the head. I would bang that drum though. Hit him and make Josh Taylor feel like he got to come get him. If he make Josh Taylor come to him, which shouldn't be a problem, he make Josh Taylor come to him and just start tagging him and countering him and slipping his shots, and his time, his speed is really, really good. He start hitting Taylor. The more you hit Taylor, the more you want to hit you back. He might can get a knockout or a knockdown or hurt him, or potentially even get him out of there early or at any time in this fight. But he got to make Taylor come get him, you know what I'm saying, and make Taylor give up his height. And he got to work upstairs and downstairs, and he got to utilize that jab, not only to land. The jab ain't really to land; it's to really set up other things. And I would jab Taylor to the stomach, jab him to the solar plex, chest, jab him to the head, and I would be setting setting my straight left hand up to do some damage, whether he in southpaw or he in orthodox stance. But I do think Prograis really need to get that respect, or establish that respect early, that I can hurt you, I can knock you out, man, be to the head, to the body. Preferably, I would be training him to rip that body, to take Taylor legs off, just knowing that if the fight go 12, Taylor been 12 a couple times in really, really good tough fights, and Prograis hadn't, I would be trying to take away that body, and I'll be snatching that body early on, and then when them hands start to drop, I come over the top. But if I'm Prograis, I'm definitely training for a knockout. No ifs, ands, buts about it. We training for the knockout because we don't want to let it go to the scorecards. But for Prograis, he just needs to fight like he fight. Make Taylor come to him, work off the jab, snatch the body, counter Taylor, and I would keep it 2 shots early on, and then I would go 3-4 later on in the fight, and I would use my speed, my intellect, and my timing and my power to really hurt Josh Taylor. That's what I would do if I was Regis Prograis. I would really box on the back foot, make him come towards me, rip his body, work off the jab, counter him to the head, to the body, and I would systematically break him down and fight at my pace, and I would make him come to me. Now for Josh Taylor, I believe he should box on the outside, make Prograis the aggressor early on, make Prograis come to him, put him on the front foot, use his foot movement, use his angles. He got the superior reach, the superior footwork. Prograis don't fight on his toes. He flat-footed, and I would outbox Prograis. I would make Prograis go out his comfort zone, make him the aggressor, and when he's coming forward, I guarantee you he ain't gonna move his head as good as he do when he on the back foot, fighting at his own pace and fighting in his comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? I will make Prograis come towards me, make him the aggressor, and I will box on the outside. And if I'm him, I don't know if you want to fight us. He's legitimately a southpaw, but if I'm him, I might fight in the orthodox a little bit and shoot that right hand and box him from the outside. But he could fight from the southpaw position and hit him with that lead right hook, check right hook as well, and turn him and box him. I would just box him, stay on the outside. As he come in, I would pick him off. And, when he get aggressive, I move out the way, hold him, roll out, and I would just box him early. I would box Prograis early. And then once he started to get frustrated, or maybe it don't go my way, then I would start pressing him. But I do think Taylor is the superior inside fighter too. So if Taylor wanted to fight on the inside and maul Prograis and take away his excuse me, I meant take away his power by putting him on the back foot. Excuse me, got a little interrupted. And I would say Taylor also, I get at some point, if it ain't going good on him, with him boxing on the back foot, I think he should take the fight to Prograis, maul him, put him on the ropes, work his body out, take his leverage away from him, and see if Prograis can punch from close corners. You know, a lot of guys as big punchers need leverage. Some guys need to keep you at the end of their punches. Some guys can punch on the inside and hurt you like that, and some guys can't. You know what I'm saying? Some guys need proper leverage or proper distance to punch, and I would find that out. But I do think Josh Taylor, he got a lot of options due to his skill set, and he can outbox him, or he can fight him in the inside. But I would tell him, don't be in that gray area. Don't stay in the pocket too long, because I don't think he got those Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather type of skills to slip and counter like that. So I think he should box him early. Make Prograis be on the front foot, use his superior footwork, use angles, box him, pick him apart. And if it, don't go that way, or they really want to go for the stoppage and switch it up, or they see Prograis getting tired, then I would definitely fight him on the inside, wear him out, and I would set the pace high. I would be mauling him on the inside, taking him out, taking him out on the inside, working the body, pressuring him, pushing him back, and using my size on the inside to really bully Regis Prograis. So I believe if I'm Taylor early on, I'll boxing him. You know what I'm saying? If it don't go my way, or I want to switch it up, then I go to the inside and take away his power, take away his leverage, and fight him on the inside and kind of bully him onto the rope. So we got to see who the stronger guy is. But I think, Taylor got a few options. I think Prograis, if Taylor, he able to hit Taylor early on and make Taylor come to him, he'll be able to outbox him on the back foot, hurt him to the body. Especially if you can hurt him early. I think Prograis have a tremendous amount of success, and I think Taylor got that temper, or that temper in the ring where Prograis might catch him getting out of character and going wild. But if Taylor can keep his composure, they can box, or maybe close the distance and fight Prograis on the inside. Just stay out the pocket area. I think he got a good chance, and I think if Prograis is able to fight his fight, and Taylor is gonna follow him around the ring and get out of position, and he get hit and just go out his way to rage and get his in, I believe that Prograis can get a knockout. But if Prograis fight his fight, and that means Taylor's just basically following him, trying to walk him down, and I think Regis should easily win the fight. But I think if Taylor able to box, or he able to get on the inside and press Prograis up, and I will mix it in. I will box early, and if you boxing beautiful and you feel like you're winning, keep doing that. But just today in boxing, no matter if you're in the UK, or you're in America, you're in Mexico, you're in Canada, you're in Australia, a lot of times in boxing, they giving these guys that fight on the front foot all the credit. And like Leon Muhammad say, Regis might get robbed going over there. So with that being said, maybe the UK don't want that how can I say that they want to live up to their reputation. A lot of Americans think they go over to get robbed, and a lot of UK guys think they come to America and get robbed. And both the fans think that. So at the end of the day, if I was Taylor, I would box, look good. But then if I got Prograis tired, I would go for the kill, fight him on the inside, and beat him up. If I'm Prograis, I'm looking for the knockout, because I don't want it to go to the scorecards. But I'm not forcing it. I'm letting it come to me. And because you go looking for the knockout, sometimes it don't come, or sometimes you get knocked out. But I got Josh Taylor winning this fight. I'm going to say 11th round stoppage. I got Taylor winning the fight. I can easily see this being a split decision. I can see Regis fighting and winning by knockout. But I'm going to take Josh Taylor by 12th round knockout. I've been sticking with him, been riding with him since day one. The film don't change my mind, because Regis' resume not that good, but it's my opinion. I got Taylor in 11. Let me know who y'all got in the comment section, how you feel about the video. Want to make a donation, link subscription. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support, man. And yeah, I can't wait to this fight. And I'll be doing other predictions throughout the week. One time for the one time. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section once again. And just keep sharing the videos. Best way to donate. We gone.